Welcome back to the first campus conversations of the year. I'm here with Year 11 Jeremy.
Hello.
I'm here with Year 10 Vanessa.
Hi.
And we're here with last year's graduate and top 10 Cal Watkins. Hello.
Hi.
So, Cal, let's get started. What was your ATAR and what uni do you go to now?
I got an 83.
Wow.
And I go to La Trobe in Bundoora.
Cool. So how was your time at Bayside?
It was long. It felt long. six years. It feels long at the time, but it goes by real quick.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Bayside quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because over the time you build pretty good friendships, and it's nice to finish the year off with them last year.
Okay. Any funny stories?
Any funny stories? Not really.
Are you
Apart
sure?
from lockdown among us during class, that's about it.
Oh.
That's
Well,
about it.
Tell us more about that. How was your time in lockdown?
Started off, it was, this is so good. No school. I got to be on my laptop all day. And after about 3 weeks, when I was lying there going, this is so boring.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty standard.
Yeah.
I kind of got sick of it.
Yeah.
So I just ended up playing video games.
Well, I think that's what most people did during
Yeah.
lockdown anyways.
So, with your ATAR, how did you, study, and what techniques did you find most effective in achieving academic success?
I found taking notes before class helped me, because then I knew what we were learning before class. So then I could ask the teachers questions, and then I could actually listen to the teachers in class instead of having to write down all the notes and then being, oh, what the teachers say, because they don't write down what they're saying. So you don't hear the extra parts. So I
Yeah.
reckon just effective note taking I used pretty much.
So, what classes were these?
Biology.
OMG, I'm doing biology.
Yeah, because it's quite a content-heavy subject with lots of technical terms that you have to know for the exam.
Yeah.
So I found effective note-taking and signposting in your notes so you know where everything is and how to find it was really effective. Same with business management too, because it's easier than biology, but it's content-heavy.
So on the topic of subjects, what subjects did you actually do?
Biology, further maths, business, English, and PE. And I did an extra uni subject, sports management, at Deakin.
Oh, okay. So can you tell us more about that?
So it was like a Deakin Accelerate program that I saw through Instagram, and it said you could get extra credit
Yeah.
for your ATAR. So I was like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So I did it. I did sports management, and we learned about a couple units from the course, and did that throughout the year. So it wasn't too bad.
So what was the process during it? Did you go to campus or was it online or what?
I had the option to go to campus, but trying to travel to Warren Ponds was quite difficult with school here.
Yeah.
So I just did it online, and they had a Zoom meeting on Wednesdays after school, so I could just attend that.
Okay. So how much did that contribute to your ATAR really?
I'm not too sure. I think it added 4 credit points or something like that.
Okay.
It depends on how you did throughout the year. So they have a ranking system where it's if you got 70%, it's 3 credit points, and then it kind of builds from there.
Okay. Oh, wow. So that could be an option for Year 12s this year. Oh.
Yeah, Cal, how did you balance academics with extracurricular activities in your personal life during school?
At times, especially around exams, I found it quite difficult because it was you always have exams at the back of your mind. But I found throughout the year just making sure I set out time specifically to study and time where I can just relax and chill was quite important, because otherwise you will just get burnt out and you'll just feel unmotivated to do anything. But I generally had set a lot of time apart from school to do that stuff because I do love playing cricket. So yeah, it's just setting out time and timetabling so you just have enough time to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What cricket team do you play for?
Footscray Edgewater.
Wow. They're good.
They're all right. We're all right.
Really? How many games have you won?
Well, in the fours we won 4 games and finished 11th, but our 3s finished 11th, 2s finished 4th, and our 1s are 10th.
Huh. So, moving on, are there any specific teachers or classes that you feel you have or had a significant impact on your academic growth?
I reckon biology was quite a big one
Yeah.
because doing the sports management thing at Deakin throughout the year,
Yeah.
I was kind of, I wouldn't say lost, but I was kind of at a standpoint on what I wanted to do this year.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't finding sport management that interesting.
Yeah.
So through biology, learning about how our body defends itself and how we make insulin for diabetics, I found that really, really interesting. So that's kind of what made me go into what I'm doing this year.
Oh, did biology scale up a lot, like in your ATAR?
Not really. It
Oh.
only scales up by like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, at
study
least it didn't scale
scores.
down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think for
Better
the,
than nothing.
I think for the content you learn in biology, scaling is a bit iffy in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal's nodding his head right now.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
the technical terms, it sounds like you should be getting a little bit more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's like if you understand the content, then it's not too hard. It's just about really making sure you understand it, because if you don't, then you won't understand it. It's cramming before the exams.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say for me, like learning, I understood more stuff about the human body because we're humans, whereas like the stuff about like photosynthesis and cellular respiration kind of just went over my head a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Could you share any advice on time management and organization to excel in studies?
I think just like I didn't do too much of this at the start of the year because I was like, oh, exams are ages away. But as I went through, I found looking at what I have during the week and really setting out time where I can look through what I've done in class, and what else I could do really helps, because it just helps to look at everything as a whole, because I know what I have to do and what I can kind of prioritize over other things.
Since you're in the top 10, like what motivates and drives you to consistently perform at a high academic level, you know?
Well, I'd say my parents.
Yeah.
My parents made sure that like I had stuff that I could do well. Like gave me like, I know what they like, motivated me and pushed me to do better.
Yeah.
But also myself, I don't really like failing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a
when-
terrible feeling.
Whenever I'd get a low score or something, I just kind of beat myself up about it,
Yep.
which isn't good. I'm not recommending doing that at all. But it's like, what I learned throughout the year is instead of seeing them as failures or mistakes, seeing them as chances to learn more in the future. And that's kind of what helped me to get higher scores and drive to be better.
What do you consider a low score though?
Low
75.
score.
75 is a low score.
It depends what subject. If it was English,
Yeah.
I'd take anything over 50. But biology, for me, I thought anything under 80.
Really?
I wasn't
Wow.
happy with anything
Oh,
under 80.
oops.
Oh, man.
Because it was like I prioritized biology over every other subject.
Yeah.
So to do all the work I did and get under 80, it kind of,
Right now,
I wasn't quite happy with it.
right now I'm in biology, and like, I don't know, at the start of the year, I was really like driving to study a lot more, but like now I've like really fallen off and burnt out, and it's been like 4 weeks.
Oh, no.
It's like
Yeah.
that happened to me in year 11, halfway through the year, and it's kind of like you just can't be bothered. But then you just have to think you only have like another year or and a half, not even,
Yeah.
where you're learning and studying. So it's like you can kind of, it may seem like a long time, but it's not that long.
Mm.
So you can, like, especially in year 11, you don't have to study as much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying don't study. I'm saying once you understand it, you probably don't need to re-meet it every day, especially considering you have semester 1 and semester 2 exams. So
Yeah.
after semester 1, you can kind of just throw that stuff out.
Oh.
Whereas in year 12, it's like you don't have semester 1 exams, so you need to continuously study. So you make sure that at the end of the year, you remember the stuff you did in week 1 of orientation,
Mhm.
because
Mm.
there was some of that stuff on the exam.
Yeah. So, sort of like onto exams. Like, when should you start like practice exams?
I started them about halfway through term 3.
Yeah.
And it depends what like how you study and how it works for you.
Yeah.
Like, I did find for some subjects the exams could be misleading, because I was looking at the past exams going, oh, they have a lot of this, I'll study a lot of that. Whereas on this exam, it might not have a lot of that. So I find making sure you provide equal amount of time for like all of the subjects you think you need to know.
Yeah.
But then again, with that, if you know something really well, you can probably prioritize something you don't know as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the first practice exam I did was like week 3 of term 3.
Okay. So I know last year when I did general maths, like Miss Colasso, she told me like, oh yeah, you should be doing practice exams like in term 2, even like term 1, like late term 1, right? But I guess for math it's a bit easier because it's broken up into sections, right? Because now, yeah, I know a lot of the general maths students now, they're doing financial maths. So then there's a whole section on financial, then matrices, and then whatnot. So I guess it's a bit different depending on the subject.
Yeah, I found when I did math, I did a couple at the start of the year, but
Yeah.
I found it quite difficult to do practice exams in term 1 and term 2 because you haven't learned anything. So you're coming across stuff, you're like, I've no clue what that is.
Yeah.
And I like to know it all before testing myself.
Yeah.
I don't like the pre-tests.
No.
Yeah. I think Jeremy like looked at me like funny, like what? Term 2?
Yeah, I was looking at you like term 1, late term 1. I'm thinking like, what?
Yeah.
Start like practice. That's so early.
Like
You haven't even learned everything yet.
Yeah.
I gave myself practice questions,
Yeah.
but I don't think I did full practice exams until halfway
Well,
through term 3.
I don't mean like the whole practice exam, but like the sections in the exam.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not like the whole thing.
It's important
Yeah.
to do practice questions from the start.
Yeah.
Because it just gets you in that kind of mindset of having to answer a question and problem solve. And throughout the year, you start timing yourself.
Yeah.
So then it's like it gets you in that mindset of being able to finish questions effectively, efficiently as in the time frame you have.
Yeah. So like, sorry,
You're
are there
right.
any particular resources like such as like books or websites or like study groups that you find helpful learning?
I didn't really have a study group.
Yeah.
I liked being in a quiet area and just focusing with some music or something like that.
Mm.
For websites, I kind of just used what the teachers gave us. Like I think there's this biology one I use called Study Clicks or something like that.
Write that down.
Or like anything like ATAR notes or
Yeah.
stuff like that really helped.
Like, I know Aidan does like VCE lectures. Did you like go to any of that?
I went to one biology one,
Yeah.
and then you can download the slides from the lectures. So
Yeah.
I did that with a couple other subjects with business and PE.
Yeah.
But-
How did you find those?
At the start I was finding it really good, and then they go for a while.
Yeah.
So you kind of just like staring at a screen for that long, trying to focus. I kind of just zoned out.
Yeah.
Which is why then I went and downloaded the slides after, because then I can work through my own pace, take breaks, stuff like that.
Okay.
How did you handle challenges or setbacks in your academic journey?
I'd ask for feedback from teachers. I'd ask like, oh, what did I do wrong? What can I do better next time? I know for English, I did a couple practice essays and gave them to Mr. Osms to check for me. But it's about not really letting them get you down. Just say, oh, I can do better next time. And then instead of making the same mistakes, you can apply what you learned from that and in the next one.
I see.
So, Cal, are there any specific goals or aspirations you have for your future academic and career path?
I'd like to just pass uni, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wait, I kind of forgot what you're studying in uni, sorry.
I'm doing a double degree in law and biomedicine.
Is it hard so far?
I've only had 2 days of orientation, so we haven't really done anything yet. But I kind of just want to pass at the moment.
Can you explain biomedicine?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like it talks about how our body needs. I actually haven't researched that much. But
Oh, okay.
it's biology. It's biology related, and it's learning about like chemistry and biomedical sciences and the human body and how it all connects and how you can use that to like treat different diseases or like, I know the career paths you can get out of it are like forensic science, immunology, epidemiology. It's going towards all those like more science-based medical roles.
So then why law?
I've always been interested in law.
Yeah.
Like I know in year 9 I wanted to be a criminal defense lawyer.
Yeah.
But then
9.
yeah.
Didn't you do that in the Voyager classes? Presentations? Or were you in lockdown?
For year 9,
Yeah.
I think for like maybe a bit of the year, but
Yeah.
most of it I was actually at the place. I don't remember it though.
Yeah, I remember year 9 we had to do like a PowerPoint thing.
Yeah.
And we had to say what we wanted to do, what it involved.
Yeah.
And
I
at that
remember
point, I'm not going to lie, I had absolutely no clue. And I still don't 100% have a clue what I want to do,
Yeah.
which is why I've gone into the double degree, because it kind of combines two things I really enjoy learning about and
Yep.
things I know will challenge me. Because I know I find things more challenging, more interesting.
I know you can maybe sort of combine the degree and be like a medical lawyer if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, because the
Why are
good
you so
thing.
confused?
What's a
Jeremy?
medical lawyer?
Yeah, I was about to, what is a
Yeah.
medical lawyer? I've never heard of a medical lawyer before.
Well, it's like people that like represent hospitals, or they'll work with medicine companies to put patents on their medicines so no one can copyright it, or it's stuff like that. Like there's so many different types of law that you can get into. Like there's just so many that you can't name. But
Yeah.
I'd be able to name like 6 at the moment, I reckon. But that's the good thing about the course, is that you do so many different subjects of law throughout that you can kind of find what you enjoy. Like, I know this year I'm doing criminal law and I think it's public law. But then next year I do other types of law, like contract law or statutory law and stuff like that. So it's just about finding what I'm interested in throughout the course and hopefully getting a couple good placements.
Yeah. Can you offer any insights into how you approach exams and assignments to ensure success? I think you already answered this question a little bit. Like, can you go
Yeah.
into more depth?
Well, studying throughout the year helped, but I find I get quite stressed for exams.
Yeah.
So trying to just stay relaxed and not panic during.
Yeah.
That was kind of my thing, just trying to stay really, really chill.
Yeah.
It didn't work for like English and stuff. I got halfway through and just kind of panicked.
Yeah.
But it's just making, like, if you know your content, know what you're doing, just believe in yourself, and
Yeah.
that should work.
Okay. So, like, because the English exam is like 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
I
think
did a couple practice ones,
Yeah.
and I felt like it was all right.
Mm.
But I hopped in, and I just kind of I didn't stay relaxed. I panicked from the start, and
Yeah.
I kind of that just set the tone throughout my English exam. So it's about just staying relaxed.
Right.
Like, if you've done the work throughout the year, you'll know the topics, you'll know the quotes.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll do well.
Okay. But like, how do you write like 3 hours? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It seems impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hands would like cramp up.
I can barely write for an hour or
I
something.
mean, like, I guess you condition yourself to do it, right?
Yeah, throughout the year, you do quite a lot of practice writing. You don't do much typing in English in
Yeah.
year 12, because it's all about strengthening your hand muscles and
Yeah.
getting used to writing that long. But the good thing is, like, it is 3 hours of writing, but it goes just like that.
Really?
Yeah, because like, I know for me at the end I was rushing because you have to write 3 essays in 3 hours, and I wasn't finished.
Wait,
so it's
Yeah.
3 essays?
Yeah, what were
Yeah.
the essays about?
There was argument analysis, so it was just on a random argument we got given. There was a comparative essay, which I don't think you guys have to do a comparative essay this year.
Well, they're changing the study design. I think.
Yeah, I think it's creative writing or something like that.
I think it's both. I remember it's like they added something.
Yeah, so there was a comparative essay, and then there was just an analytical essay.
Okay. Well, it's over. You don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, and there's not as much exams, I think, in uni this year, because they're kind of moving away from exams.
Really?
Yeah. I know there's a lot of uni subjects that aren't doing exams. I think I have 2 or 3 this year, so it's not too bad.
Wait, what was it before?
It would have been an exam for every subject before, I think.
Oh.
So
Damn.
I'm doing 4 subjects a semester, so it would have been 8 throughout the year.
What?
But
Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh.
but they're changing it to stuff like you'll have a 2,000 word assignment or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Presentation.
I think that's better because
Yeah.
people don't really go under pressure like you said with your English exam. But
Yeah.
some people like to throw. I don't know.
It seems a lot
That's
more
fair.
manageable as well.
Yeah.
Like going
Yeah.
to do a 2,000 word essay compared to several exams that could be a
Mm.
lot longer.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
you feel like you can
You don't have
manage
enough
it
time
better.
to think.
Yeah.
It's like you have more time to think, you have more time to research. A massive tip though is learning how to reference properly.
Mhm.
Because I know in my Deacon subject this year, I got caught out once with not referencing everything I used. Like I know in like one assignment, there was a bit of information and I got marked down because I hadn't referenced where I got it from.
But that's so tedious.
Yeah.
It's you just have to reference every single thing you use in the right style too.
Yeah.
Because depending on what course you do, they will use different types. Like there's Harvard APA 7. There's can't remember what the one I have to do this year is, but it's got like 5 letters in it.
5 letters.
Yeah, it's for like what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I've only heard of the Harvard one.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's quite a few different types.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Annoying. How do you maintain a healthy work-life balance while excelling academically?
Well, I didn't get many shifts from Macca's throughout the year,
Oh.
so I was kind of all right with the work-life balance. But with cricket, it's like I knew I had set days I was going to play cricket on, which were Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. So it was just about working around that and using the time.
It's like a whole week dedicated to cricket.
I like playing cricket.
It's just dedication, you know?
Yeah.
That's cricket. Nothing wrong with that.
But it's like even I hate to admit it, but cricket is quite a boring sport. So there is a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
was gonna
times where I can
say.
sit there and kind of just study without looking at anything and just think, oh, what's that from? What did I do at biology? And think about the things that I know I need to work on.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it can be quite a sit and watch all day cricket type sport.
I mean, I think like exercise helps with like stress and stuff. Did playing cricket sort of help you with your exams or not? Like,
I would say playing cricket did not help at all
yeah,
because I get just as stressed playing cricket as I do at school.
yeah,
But I did find like if I was finding I was quite stressed or I'd go for a run or something because it's like you don't really think while you're going for a run.
yeah,
And if you're thinking, it's normally, why did I go for a run? This is horrible. But
yeah.
Exercise did help at times, but I wouldn't say cricket specifically helped because
Yeah.
I get just as nervous.
So just to end off, like, what advice would you give to Year 12s this year?
I would say, yeah, like studying hard and working hard is important, but don't just forget about your social life or the importance of having rest and effective sleep.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough how important sleep is.
Yeah.
Because the difference between going to a SAC with an hour of sleep compared to 7 is quite big.
Yeah. So are you talking from experience or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
At the start of the year, I spent all night studying.
Oh my God.
Only
because-
1 hour of sleep.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
How do you operate on 1 hour of sleep going
Yeah,
into
what?
an exam? Were you barely like functioning, or were you just like a zombie trying to walk in? And
I'm normally quite good because I'm used to because there is a lot of times I stay up till like 4 a.m. watching sport.
Oh,
So I was kind of used to it.
wait, 4 a.m?
Yeah, it's
Watching
when
sport?
it's when the Premier League starts
Oh yeah, okay.
or the F1.
Okay.
But I found watching sport just helped me kind of reset anyway. So it kind of just helped. And I normally fall asleep halfway through. Anyway.
So I think that's all with the time we have today. So thank you, Jeremy and Vanessa, for joining the show.
No problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And thank you, Cal, for joining us today as well.
Woo.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Good to be back at Bayside.
Yeah. All right. So my name is Aidan, and you're listening to Campus Conversation. See you next time.